Hi everybody, it's Az here from Heel vs Babyface. So we're picking up pretty much where we left off in yesterday's video. This is Battlefield Barrens Part 4. Now Part 3 started from the point of view of the Horde. We'd already seen Part 1 and 2 from the point of view of the Alliance, and also how you would do some resource farming in the Northern Barrens. Razor Hill is now the next target. We've had to defend Sen'jin village from the Kor'kron in the previous video, and now Vol'jin is going to go on the offensive and is physically going to rip Razor Hill away from Garrosh. This gives him a very good strategical advantage when we're going to do our assault on Orgrimmar. Now the Alliance aren't allowed in Razor Hill. The Alliance can only have a sanctuary point in a little hut. I was going to say an erection, but people might take that the wrong way, which is just outside of Razor Hill. Literally, that whole kind of tower, that's a better word to use, isn't it? That whole tower is just a sanctuary point. You go about 50 yards away from it, and you kind of get attacked by the Horde. So the Alliance are very limited, even though they are aiding the Horde in the assault on Orgrimmar, which will of course happen in patch 5.4. So, when I'm not hitting escape by mistake, what is on the agenda for today? Well, there's a saying, which is a picture can say 1,000 words. And yesterday I discussed a lot about storylines and storytelling, and how I felt that Blizzard using scenarios as a method to tell stories wasn't working, in my opinion. Now we're just on to some good old-fashioned regular questing now, and I think the atmosphere, never mind a picture can say 1,000 words, the atmosphere just by what is going on outside of Razor Hill is phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal, and it tells me more storyline and it immerses me deeper into what is going on than any scenario could do. Certainly any of the 4 new scenarios which we're going to get in patch 5.3. It's just staggering. I don't actually have to attack these Kor'kron. They spawn really quickly, but I'm doing it for a couple of reasons. First of all, because I just forgot. I was just so immersed in what I was meant to be doing, storyline wise, it was almost an instinctual reaction to start attacking the Kor'kron to get them out of the way, even though just the regular soldiers aren't part of this quest line. And I loved that. I really, really did love that. I thought, oh my goodness, if I just fell so deeply into the story because of what's going on and just my instinctive reactions to wipe out the Kor'kron, I thought that's good storytelling. And that's good storytelling because it's personal, it's intimate, and also it's engaging. Something which scenarios aren't. So once I realise, now I'm actually in Razor Hill, that's a few things I should be doing. I'm actually going to get on with it. So first of all, I am going to clear a path. So it's not just me now spanking guards for no apparent reason. I do want to create a safe area of attack. Even though they do tend to spawn back relatively quickly, I'm guessing the lieutenants that I'm going to have to kill are going to be of an elite nature, which they are. So if they start to come out and then I get 2 or 3 guards hitting me as well, it might prove problematic. I'm not a mage on the live servers. I'm just using a mage for the purposes of this video. If I was on my warlock, I wouldn't be too worried. But I'm not massively au fait with mages. Semi-au fait, not massively au fait. So any advantage that I could give myself, the better. And thankfully, Mr. Deadeye is not going to leave this bunker. He stood inside this bunker, so I'm just going to pop a manner of cooldowns here and burn him to the ground. And it still feels really, really satisfying to do so, even though all this storyline is basically killing the Kor'kron. Because I think Blizzard have done a very good job of setting the Kor'kron up as the bad guys. And if you saw yesterday's video, and if you were paying attention to the conversations that were going on between Thrall and Vol'jin, it was all about Thrall was refusing to believe that all orcs would follow Garrosh. And therefore, he's now gone off to Orgrimmar to try and rally orcs to his cause, which Vol'jin is really worried about, because he believes, given any opportunity he can, Garrosh will destroy Thrall. So I'd love to know what's going to happen with that aspect of the storyline. I feel something has got to give. There's a, I don't know, a knot in my stomach. There's a pit in my stomach. I feel we are going to lose a big player in the battle on Orgrimmar in patch 5.4. As to who that player is, I do not know. It might be Thrall. It might be Jaina. It might be Garrosh. It might be Anduin. I've got a sneaky suspicion Anduin's not going to make this, not going to make it out of Mists of Pandaria alive. He's coming across as too idealistic, too clean cut. He believes, you know, there can be peace, and I think Blizzard are maybe taking us down a little bit of an avenue where they're teasing that there can be. But I've got this feeling. I can't tell you where it's come from. I've got no justification for it, but I've just got this feeling there is a spanner that is going to be thrown in the works somewhere. As to who throws the spanner and where the spanner goes is yet to be seen, but I don't think Mr. Pandaria is going to have all that much of a happy ending, and I believe moving into the next X-Pack there is still going to be heavy confrontation between the Horde and the Alliance. But like I said, this is nothing but speculation and what I feel that is potentially going to happen. It's always nice if you've got some, you know, if you'd like to chip in on that, what you think is going to happen. Is Garrosh going to die? I don't think Garrosh is going to die. I just think he's going to be exercised of the Shah of Pride. I think it's going to be removed. Woo! Achievements. I think it's going to be exercised from him, and then it's going to be interesting to see what Garrosh we have, because the Garrosh from Cataclysm and the Garrosh in Mists of Pandaria are chalk and cheese. It was almost like Garrosh was starting to come around. The responsibility of War Chief did change him somewhat and did make him feel more responsible for his actions. He was quite reckless during Wrath of the Lich King. He was very keen to fight, and Varian was only too happy to oblige. But Varian now has had to take a more relaxed approach, a more pacifistic attitude, because of what's happened with Jaina. You can't have two warmongers or two hot-headed individuals as the leaders of the Alliance, because that would mean the storyline wouldn't develop as it has been. It would mean the Alliance would be far more aggressive, which possibly could have led for a more interesting story. But I digress even further. So I don't think Garrosh is going to be the one to go. I don't think he is. I think he will lose the title of War Chief, and that will open up a whole new avenue for the next X-Pack. But I do feel a big hitter is going to go. But it's all speculative, and we shall see. Only time can answer this question. So Razor Hill has been taken. The elites have been defeated. The prisoners have been saved. And we're now back on to these two quests which we've seen from the Alliance. I can either go and do the Seer quest, which of course reveals the Shah of Pride as the 7th Shah. And we also have the resource quest, which is now to get 150 resources of every single kind. So that's meat, wood, stone, and the final one, oil. There we go. I remembered them all. But Bane has also made an appearance now, just about to finish the video. And then this chappie walks in, and a very interesting conversation happens between the two, because Bane has taken the role of you know, wise advisor here. Bane's not a warmonger. He wants to make sure that the Torrens in Orgrimmar are safe, and he's reluctant to get thrown straight into the siege in Orgrimmar. He wants to plan things. He wants to make sure that he can get them out. He wants to make sure that there are people in position to make them safe. And I've certainly enjoyed this storyline a lot more, and because it's a lot more relevant from the Horde than it is from the Alliance side. So it's a little bit gutting for me that when it goes onto the live servers, I will be doing this from the point of view of the Alliance. But I cannot wait to see where this develops. You don't need scenarios for good storytelling, period. You just need good storytelling, and that's how it works. So there we go. Pick those 2 up. I'll get them done during the week. But I hope you enjoyed the vid. Maybe not. Please do like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Twitter, and also like my Facebook. This evening, there'll be a Fun Time Frank Guild update video. And I'll be back with some more stuff very soon. You take care, everybody. Bye-bye.